Welcome to Football Scientific. I'm Aaron Sauter, professor of football science, writer for FootballAnalysisOne.com, CFLNewsHub.com, and UFLNewsHub.com. Today is a wild day. 3 NFL wildcard games. A wild day. Get it for wildcard weekend. We're going to go over our betting guides and predictions for each of these games today. We'll be making shorts on this, and we'll also have our scouting reports on TikTok. But right now, we're going to jump in with our guest host, Tyler the Tiger. Tyler the Tiger here, ready to go. I'm ready to talk about what happened last night and what's going to happen today and get this NFL wildcard weekend fired up. We're 2-0 so far with our predictions. 2-0. That's awesome. Let's get this going. Let's break it down. Yep, let's break it down. Here we go. So first, let's review last night's games. First, LA Rams, Carolina Panthers. For a good long while, the Rams really struggled to get things going against the Panthers. They made some critical errors. They allowed the Panthers to take a late lead. It was not looking good for our prediction that the Rams win this game with the money line, but they got through it. Matthew Stafford, he went 24 for 42 for 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not MVP-like, really, but pretty good. He stuck with it. Okay, 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Last time they lost to Carolina, they had 3 interceptions. Now, they did have 1 interception in the end zone that was knocked out of hands by Puka Nacua. So that was a little skewed. They scored a touchdown that drive. Kyron Williams, 13 runs, 57 yards. He was key to this game. Puka, especially in the fourth quarter when they're trying to grind out some time. Puka Nacua had 10 catches for 111 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. So he had the big deflection in the end zone on the interception. So really good game by Puka Nacua. Okay. Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young went 21 for 40 for 264 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not a great game, but did better than I expected, honestly. He did hit some passes in the middle of the field that broke out big. Chuba Hubbard, they call him on TV. 13 runs, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Big game from Chuba Hubbard. It's Chuba Hubbard, man. All right. And then Jalen Coker had 9 catches for 134 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 sack. He was the big player of the game, man. He made the big. He's the one that really broke out for the Panthers. Had they won that game, it would have been because of Jalen Coker. Okay. The Rams, they get 2 sacks on defense. Panthers got 1 sack on defense. Here's how it broke down. Rams win 34-31, making us correct. That's good, okay? Next, we got Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears. Jordan Love for the Packers went 24 for 46 for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sounds like a great game. 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Great game, Jordan Love. Josh Jacobs, 19 runs for 55 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 fumbles. Not that great. Also, think about this, 7 runs in the second half. That comes into play. Romeo Doubs, 8 catches, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. They had 1 sack without Micah Parsons there. Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams with 24 for 48, 361 passing yards, 184 of those in the fourth quarter. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and they were ugly interceptions, man. That second one was off his back foot towards the end zone. It looked like he panicked, man. DeAndre Swift had 13 runs for 54 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 fumbles. They didn't run the running game like I hoped they would. Colston Loveland, 8 catches, 137 yards, 0 touchdowns. They had 1 sack. And like last week, they got down big to the Packers, 21-3 at halftime. Could have been 24-3. Kicker missed a kick, which became a theme later on. What happened was just like last week. The Bears came back. Defense played out of their mind. Forced 4 straight punts. The Bears offense kept finding ways to not come back, but they eventually did come back anyway. The Packers just kept giving them opportunities by throwing the ball away instead of running the ball with Josh Jacobs and killing the clock. You got an 18-point lead. Fourth quarter. Let's take like 7 minutes of that and run the clock. You know what I'm saying? 7 minutes of that and run the clock. Why not? And then it only gives the Bears 8 minutes to come back. They scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. Could they have done that in 8 minutes? I don't think so. That's why there's rumors Matt LaFleur is done in the Packers. Even though they made the playoffs, it was just so poorly managed. The Bears eventually did come back, and they won the game in the closing seconds with a Caleb Williams touchdown pass to DJ Moore. 31-27, Bears win and move on. I will be having a couple Packers articles about this loss, along with the most critical stats for the wild card weekend. So watch out for that on FOOTBALLanalysis1.com. We're going to be breaking down some heartbreaking outcomes for the Packers from this game. All right, but heartbreaking if you're a Packers fan. Not so much if you're a Bears fan. They got the cheese graters. Okay, so with that in mind, here's what's happening next. There's now rumors that Matt LaFleur is done. They're going to fire Matt LaFleur, not today, not tomorrow, but probably Tuesday. Okay, maybe tomorrow. It might be tomorrow. Turns out Green Bay Packers former president, Bob Harbin or whatever, his son is John Harbaugh's agent. And it sounds like if Matt LaFleur gets fired, John Harbaugh will be the guy they try to hire, which will be a big upgrade to Matt LaFleur, honestly. That's the right call. And also it gives John Harbaugh a team that's already a good team. That's very similar to his Baltimore Ravens team. And it's in the NFC, so they have to play against Jim Harbaugh all the time, which is what they both want. Okay, Miami Dolphins. So it looks like he's going to Green Bay, honestly. Miami Dolphins have interviewed Seahawks OC Clint Kubiak for their head coach position. He's getting several interviews. Carolina Panthers head coach Dave Canales told reporters that left tackle Ikem Ikonoa, boom, he's hurt his leg. He's done for the year. Well, they're all done for the year because they're out of the playoffs. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Boom. They have interviewed quarterback coach from the Cardinals, Israel Wilfork, for the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator job. Let's see if he gets it from Arizona as a quarterback coach to Tampa Bay. That sounds like a good call. I think Tampa Bay would be a little more fun than Arizona. Chicago Bears linebacker TJ Edwards will miss the rest of the playoffs with a fractured fibula. He broke his fibula last night. That was a nasty injury, man. And he's done. So the Bears moved on, but they're moving on without one of their best linebackers. I think the Bears are done anyway because that's 2 weeks in a row they've had to come back from major deficits. Your time's running out on that, Chicago. Your time's running out on that. And I think the next round will be when it runs out. Okay, Cleveland Browns. They requested an interview with a head coach, for their head coaching position, passing game coordinator Nate Schierhaus from the Rams. So they're interviewing the Rams passing game coordinator to be their next head coach. I was getting Lincoln Riley. Try to keep that in mind. Cleveland, Lincoln Riley. Okay, all right, next. We got 3 NFL wildcard games today. So here's our predictions and betting guide. Buffalo Bills at Jacksonville Jaguars at 1 o'clock. Okay. Here's how it's looking to me. The Bills got to come out and stop the Jaguars running offense. Otherwise, this game will be ugly. Okay. With that in mind, they got to make sure they pressure Trevor Lawrence and keep him contained with their defensive line. Their secondary is pretty good, but we got a few injuries, Terrell Bernard and a cornerback that are missing. So we need some sacks against Trevor Lawrence. We need to stop this running game. Okay, it's going to be hard to stop it. You got to contain it. Travis at the end is a good runner, man. Jaguars are a good running team. That's the downfall of the Buffalo Bills. That's why they're on the road instead of being AFC's champions and having a home game. Okay. Josh Allen versus Trevor, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence. Okay. No disrespect, Trevor Lawrence. I just forgot your name. I say Bills win 28-24. Okay. Based on all the findings The Bills have a strong running game. Jaguars have the best run defense in the league. So I think it's going to cancel out. I think it's going to be Allen versus Lawrence. And I think Allen wins because we got by experience and because he's a more tough player. No offense. Okay. DraftKings says Buffalo win by 1.5. Okay. So we kind of agree. We're going money line on that. And we're going over 51.5 points with 52 total points, 28-24. Okay, so we say Bills beat Jaguars, but it's going to be close. Go Bills. All right. No, I'm not showing my, what do they call that, bias. Okay, all right. 4:30 p.m., San Francisco 49ers at Philadelphia Eagles. What do we have here? 49ers come in. They're beat up, as they've been all year. They've been beat up all year. Their defense is beat up. Brock Purdy's a little beat up from last week. The running game got shut down last week by the Seahawks. They got to get the ball running, man. The 49ers will win this game. They got to come out heavy with George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk. They got to pound the rock. They got to shorten this game, pound the rock, and get some stops on defense, man. They got to pressure Jalen Hurts without blitzing. It'll pick them apart if they got to blitz all day. Okay? All right, so with that in mind, we say the Eagles win at home in some potentially crappy weather. It was raining hard last night. 27-24, 51 total points being scored. The Eagles are, I had to burp. They're 4.5-point favorites by DraftKings. We're taking the 49ers and the points because we think it'll be a 3-point game. And we're going over 49.5 points with 51 total points. Okay. We are saying the Eagles win, boop, but the 49ers keep it close, boop, and they go over 51 points. Okay. And then 8 p.m. tonight, we get the LA Chargers and New England Patriots. Sunday Night Football, Wild Card Edition. Okay. We got LA Chargers, New England Patriots. Patriots are better at a lot of things than the Chargers. Okay. First, the Chargers are really bad at stopping mobile quarterbacks, and Drake May is a mobile quarterback. He can get away from pressure, and he can move and extend plays and do all that stuff. Chargers are real bad at stopping that, okay? Chargers, on the other hand, have injuries at their right and left tackle, and Omarion Hampton's on his last leg, no pun intended. He's injured, okay? So this is all on Justin Herbert in this game. I've never seen Justin Herbert carry a team to victory, so while I think this might be close, I think Jim Harbaugh will find a way to manage the game and try to shorten the game and keep it close against the Patriots. I don't think the Chargers are equipped to win this game. So it's a bad matchup for them. So I have the Patriots winning 24-21. DraftKings says the Patriots win by 3.5. I'm saying boom, take the Chargers in the points because I think it'll be closer than 3.5. I think it'll be 3. And we're going under 46.5 points. I think the only way the Chargers win is to keep it lower scoring. So they're going to want to grind out clock. Potentially not with a running game, though, which is weird. Okay? All right. So that is today's game. And then tomorrow night, we have a Monday Night Football Wild Card Edition game. Houston, Texas at Pittsburgh Steelers. The Texans' great defense versus the Steelers' Aaron Rodgers. And pretty good defense and decent running game. Steelers are bad at stopping the run, kind of similar to the Bills. So with that in mind, I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. I do think C.J. Stroud's going to make 2 critical errors in this game and lose the game for the Texans on the road against the Steelers. So I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm an anti-Steelers fan. But I do think the Steelers are going to win 21-20. Okay, 41 total points being scored. DraftKings says the Texans win by 3.5. But I just can't go with that, man. I'm going Steelers in the points, and I'm going over 40 or 39.5 points. I think the Steelers are going to steal this one, man. No pun intended. But that's crappy, okay? Because I hate the Steelers, so whatever. All right, go Bengal. Go Bills. All right, so with that in mind, that is the pregame show for today's Wild Card Sunday games on Football Scientific. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you check out footballanalysis1.com. Lots of articles coming out from me the next couple of days. CFLNewsHub.com. Check out my Hamilton Tigercats articles. UFLNewsHub.com. I believe Monday we'll start breaking out a lot of their personnel moves that were made this weekend in private. Okay? So with that in mind, we're closing the Football Scientific portal for today. Check out our shorts and our TikTok for our scouting reports. And then also like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay?